Good morning to you. Welcome to Smashless on Smash 88.1 FM. We do this Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And of course, this morning is not going to be different. We are bringing to the front burner and we are focusing our lens on another topical issue. Anyway, we started a similar discourse on Thursday where we look at protest generally. But this morning, the clock keeps ticking. The time keep moving, and everything keeps rolling back. So it's doing TikTok, and a lot of people are already counting down to the 1st of August, which is about 2-3 days. I think it's about 3 days away, when the planned nationwide protest is expected to kickstart. We were told that it's going to be from August 1st to August 10th. And there have been a lot of discussions around that. We've seen the president come out to appeal to Nigerians, telling them not to go on the streets to protest. We've seen the president meeting with the traditional leaders. We've seen the president meeting with different types of stakeholders. We've seen the SGF meet with the ministers, and of course also meet with other stakeholders. We've seen after that meeting, a directive was given to ministers to return to their states to actually talk to people. And we've also seen the NEC, National Economic Council, also meet and discuss the issue of the planned nationwide end bad governance protest. And of course, we've seen governors come out to talk. We've seen Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State appealing to people not to protest. We've seen the governor of Imo State also saying same. Quite a number of governors have actually come out to say this. So a lot of stakeholders have been talking. They were reminding. We've also seen the Inspector General of Police also talking about the fact that, for them as the police, if people are going to protest and it's going to be peaceful, they are ready to actually give adequate protection for peaceful protest. And he said for those that may have other intentions, definitely they are ready to also crush them. He said peaceful protest is a right, but violent protest is criminal, is a crime. That is according to the Inspector General of Police. We've seen the CSOs also saying that this protest is something that is meant to happen, and that is why this morning what we are going to be taking a look at is the planned August 1st nationwide protest. It's going to be happening on Thursday, which is 2 days away. Anyway, today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's just the days are between when this protest is expected to start. We've also seen lately the United Kingdom, the US, and some other countries, releasing travel travel advisory to their nationals in Nigeria that they should be careful, and they were looking at the fact that with what they have, there might be issues in terms of security breach and all that. So they've actually been warning their nationals in Nigeria to actually avoid traveling or moving around during that planned protest. And we've also seen some market leaders also calling for more security beef up around markets because they have been afraid of a possibility of looting and all that. So that's why this morning what we're going to be looking at is that particular issue. And on the program this morning, I have two guests. One of them is in the studio with me already. He's a member of the civil society organization, one of the CSOs, somebody that I've known for a very long time. I know him, as a CSO activist. Let me put it that way. More than a decade ago, more than 10 years ago, I actually knew him when he was the PRO of the Committee for Defense of Human Rights, CDHR. He was the spokesman at the state level, and later he became the chairman at the state level. Later he became the national secretary, and as we speak, he's the national vice president of the Committee for Defense of Human Rights, CDHR. So I have with me in the studio Comrade Yinka Folani, who is the national vice president of CDHR. Good morning, Comrade.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning, our audience from all over the places.
All right. Where the other guest that I have is the special advisor to the Ogun State Governor on Media and Strategy, Mr. Kayode Akimade. He actually promised he couldn't make it to the studio He actually promised to join us via phone. And I've actually sent him a reminder this morning. In fact, I've put some calls through to him. He wasn't picking, so I sent him a message, a reminder, about 30 or 40 minutes ago. So I'm hoping that before the end of the program, the SA to Ogun State Governor of Media and Strategy, Mr. Kayode Akimade, will be joining us via phone to also talk about the government position and what is the message of the Ogun State government to the good people of Ogun State. Now, you also have the opportunity of being part of it. What's your take? Is just 2 days away to the planned end bad governance protest. What's your own take? Do you still think this protest should go ahead, or do you think it shouldn't go ahead, or what do you think is the way forward? And if you believe it should go ahead, what do you think should be done to avoid it being hijacked, to avoid having looting and all other vices that may come with a violent protest? A lot of people are also talking about what happened in Kenya, that Nigeria, we've had a fair share of our own when you look at the NSAS protest. So what's your take for those of you listening out there? The studio line for you to call to be part of the program is 090 48 881 881. 090 48 881 881. You can also call on 070 69 914 794. 070 69 914 794. You can join us on our Facebook page to drop your comments. Just go to Facebook, type Smash 88.1 FM. There you get to have the opportunity of dropping your comments and see us live in the studio. Come, Ray Folari. Let's go at it straight. As an high-ranking member of the CSO nationally, do you still believe, with all that I've said, based on the reaction from the government, at the federal level, at the state level, some other stakeholders, the US, the UK, and some other foreign countries issuing travel advisory to their nationals, do you still believe that this protest should go ahead?
Well, thank you very much. In a clear sense of it, it has always been, all we're seeing now has always been there. The government has always been coming on board to appeal, do this, do that. And then when you talk about the foreign foreign countries coming to give their nationals travel advisories, it is necessary for them, because they owe their citizens the responsibility of seeing to their right to life, even beyond their country. And that is what they are doing. They are doing that we are not too seen to care for lives of our citizens does not mean it is a right thing. It does not mean that we are does not mean we are acting properly. So I want to say, for the foreign countries that are doing that, I want to say a very good one to them. However, talking about the protest, what is protest in the clear sense of it? It is an avenue to express displeasure over issues of concern, over issues that has to do with the fundamentalities of my rights, over issues that have to do with my inalienable right as a citizen of the country. And some of these issues are very, very clear. They are very, very clear. When they say end bad governance protest, it is not about toppling the government. It's not about ending government. It's just about drawing government's attention to the realities of the day that come. The hardship in the country is unbearable. The hardship in the country is unprecedented, irrespective of the perception of some people. I've listened to our politicians, and their language is not their language, and their language is not different from what their culture has been in the years past. The language of political mercenaries are the one behind oppositions are the one. Those who are frustrated are the one behind the struggle, behind the protest, this and that, and the police and some other security agencies also come in with the usual statements. We have been able to identify foreign mercenaries are behind the protest. Yes, you could come up with so many assertions, so many claims that we may not be able to even interrogate because of your position, as an institution. However, it will be good to leave the messengers and face the messages. Are there issues of concern or not? Obviously, even the blind can see that there are issues. The hardship in the country is unprecedented. Have we ever been? Have we ever find ourselves so stranded at this level before? I will tell you objectively, no, it has never. And the excuses of the government, has it always been there or not? I will tell you it has always been. I have listened to the federal government coming to say, the present administration met a lot of roads before coming to power, and as such, you need to avail more time to be able to do some cleansing. I am telling you, way back 1999, when President Obasanjo came into power, the same language we have been hearing, which obviously we understood that military caused a lot of damages to this country. Obasanjo said we have met roads and we are doing overhauling.
You mean military rule, not military actually? I
mean the military rule, under military rule. Right. I can say when the so-called Democrats we have today came to power, what the language was that the military has destroyed everything. The military rule has cost the country a lot, which we have to overhaul the nation. And behold, Nigerians, I'm not sure there's any country in the world that is as tolerant as Nigerians. Any citizens of any country in the world that are as tolerant as Nigerians. The Nigerians listen.
Maybe you think that's why fellas sang suffering and smiling.
Obviously, the prophet said it before now. And I would say that 1999, we met so much road. Nigerians tolerated that, okay, let us overhaul everything and let us have a good start. What happened when Yaradua came after Obasanjo? Obviously, we saw some little advancement to say our democracy is going to be cemented. And after Yaradua left, that Jonathan came, he also said there were so much roads. There were so much roads to the point that INEC had a slogan and said we want to start consolidating democracy because of the perception that at least there has been some forms of advancement. After Jonathan left, what happened? Buhari came. The same language that Buhari used. The opposition party has destroyed this country beyond repair, and we have to go on to overhaul the nation. Nigerians bought into that same party, but what happened thereafter? You will agree with me that the level of corruption we even had under that administration was such an unprecedented one. And now coming to the present administration, the same language Obasanjo used, the same Jonathan used, the same one Buhari used. This administration has also come to say the road we met is very, very huge. We are not disagreeing with that, and we are not disagreeing with the fact that we owe our country a duty of addressing issues of concern that will guarantee the sustainability of our whatsoever development we will make claim to be having. But the reality on ground is this: there's no government that has been so much tolerated like the present government we have. You know what happened when the subsidy was removed? Today we are buying fuel for as much as 850 naira per liter. Nigerians are becoming their life is becoming much more miserable for people. Nigerians are dying on daily basis. Go to our health facilities, inability to afford hospital bills, to buy drugs.
We have a call. Let's see who is trying to reach us and what he has to tell us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Mr. Shegu from Ijayi.
Okay, what's your take this morning?
The protest is necessary. The hardship is too much.
All right.
When things are going like this, they said they sent some money to the states to relieve the palliative. Nothing we have seen. During the corona something, they gave a lot of trailers of rice. They kept it. The politicians kept it. Even anything coming in now is for the politicians. How can they now go with this type of hardship and buy 164 million worth of car for some people when some people cannot have 1,000 to eat? The protest is necessary. We are too gentle. The Nigerians are too simple. We can tolerate anything. Let us go out. But I will advise peaceful protest. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think where he ended it, it's very important. Anyway, Comrade Folari, he has made his point. You've made a whole lot of points too. Okay, somebody is calling back too. Let me see who I have on the line. We'll get to hear what he has to tell us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sanusi.
Yeah, good morning. What's your name? Mr. Olushola Johnson, I guess.
Yes, my name is Olushola Johnson, calling from Rwanda.
What's your take this morning, sir?
Thank you. Good morning. Yes. You see, I agree with whatever form anybody wants to take this thing. But Nigerians should pause a minute.
All right.
We are criticizing, we are shouting, we are making noise. Nobody is giving solution to the problems on ground.
Okay.
That is my grievance.
Okay.
We should propose solutions. Let's tell the government this is the way out. This is the way out. We should do this and this thing will lessen. Let's do this and it will lessen. We have channels where we can channel these things to. Nobody is doing it. All what we are saying is, even power, we are dying. No thing is not there. We are not giving solutions to those things that are happening to us. In other clients, they will give solutions, they will present it to the House of Commons or House of Lords. Then they will now find a solution. Look, these are the grievances of the people. What do we do to it? This is what we should do to question it. This palliative government they should give it. They should not give it to state government. Palliative should not go to state government. It should come to the local government to the CDAs. Then they know those people that are really vulnerable. But not giving it to the government and then they will go back and repack it in the back and then resell it in the market. This is what is happening. But people are not looking towards that area. All what we are doing is to make noise on top of the roof, which does not solve any problem. Let's sit down and propound a solution so that the government will now see that, look, these people know what they are saying. They know what they want, and we should give it back to them. I think that is what we should do for now. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Olushola Johnson. Comrade Comrade Folari, how do you react to that? That we make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And you as the CSO, what has the CSO also doing to also help governors beyond criticizing what the government has?
Well, thank you very much. You see, it is not about ranting or making noise alone. We have always been preferring solution, but unfortunately, the set of people who are in government today appear to be deviant to the yearnings and agitations of the people. And I would say one or two things. That people are agitating is not to say that we are not seeing some good things, some good development from the side of the government. And I would say Mr. Olushola Johnson have just said something about the issue of palliative or whatsoever. The Yoruba will say it is when you see the calabash that you want to see the sign on it. A situation where those you have elected are so much disconnected from the people who elected them, and they don't look back to even get feedback. And at the end of the day, I was on a forum where somebody was saying, some of our representatives, some of them are first timer and such. And I asked a question: if you claim that they are first timer, are they first timer to the pocket? The millions of naira they are getting that are supposed to be challenged.
All right, we have another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is YK Odafunjo from Ajibune, Abeokuta.
All right, welcome to the program. What's your take this morning?
My thinking is that the protest, if it is normal protest, and I believe it should go in a normal way, that I'm afraid of our people. At the same time, the 8 days is too much. There are some people that they cannot do without going out before they could eat. So they should consider the masses. Because if they start now, it's the masses that are going to bear it. Those people that are not here with us, you understand? If the protest is still better by displaying the different placards, and I believe government will listen. By now, I know they are doing some things on the ground that are going to pay us, that will fit everybody. May God bless Nigeria. We are together, we are one.
Amen. May God bless Nigeria. Before you at Comrade Folari, I just hope that the SA to Governor of Media will be able to join us before the end of the program, because he was also talking about hoping that the government have listened and that they are going to be doing something. But I want to talk about being peaceful, the peace that we want, even if you are going to protest. But let's pick this call. Then I want to take you on that. That how do you ensure that the protests ends up being peaceful? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Titi from Massachusetts.
Oh, Mrs. Titi, right?
Yes, catering for Machine University.
Okay, welcome to the program.
One thing is to know that we are having problems in Nigeria. One thing is to know how to provide solution to the problem. Our leaders, they know that we are having problems in Nigeria. They are less concerned. They don't want to care. Who cares? That's their impression. If they want to provide solution, they should open borders.
Okay.
They reduce the price of the petrol. They have been shouting about this. It's only that they don't want to do it. They are waiting for problems to happen because they will not be running up and down to do the necessary things. People are wicked though, and they will remember there is God.
All right.
Yes.
Is that all, Mrs. Catherine?
That's all for now.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Comrade Folari, these are the other perspective that I want us to look at before we go. We have to take a commercial break. But before then, you are talking about the fact that there is need for the protest. We need to do the protest. The government have been saying the same thing that all their predecessors have been saying and all that. But now, just like the IG said, protest is a right. Violent protest is criminal and is a crime. Now, you as part of those that are at the forefront, I don't want to use the forefront, a stakeholder, let me put it that way. And I so much believe that this protest should go ahead. And I've seen you at the front line so many times. How do you ensure that we don't have a repeat of what we had during the NSAS protest?
Well, you see, protest as like I want to salute the stride of Nigerians.
And also, let us also bear in mind what is happening in Kenya.
Yeah, you see, I salute the stride of those who also agree with us that protest is not a crime. Protest is not a crime. It is a fundamental right, even guaranteed in our own constitution. Go to section 39, section 40 of Nigeria Constitution that guarantees freedom of expression. And so also article 11 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights also guarantees. And Nigeria is also a treaty to many international conventions and covenants on human rights, including the Universal Declaration of Human Rights of December 10, 1948, that also guarantees right to freedom of expression. You see, when you look at history of our protests, it has always taken the dimension of peace before the provocateurs, whom I will categorically say.
Before you continue with the provocateurs, let's pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ashere State. I'm Mrs. Omolara.
Oh, Mrs. Omolara, welcome to the program. I'm happy that women are calling in these days. We need you, our women, to also be part of what is happening because you are mothers.
Yes.
All right, your take this morning.
Yeah. Actually, my own point of view is we ourselves, the Nigerians, we are the enablers of all these crimes, all these anomalies that is going on in the country. In a situation where the government they are insensitive, and the point is they already know that the Nigerians, there is nothing we can do about.
Oh, if you can call back, I'll really appreciate that. So, Comrade Folari, you are talking about.
Yeah, so the provocateurs has always been the government's machinery, government agents.
Did anybody provoke the NSAS people before they started looting people's shops?
Yeah, you see, I want to say that looting is not part of the protest. Looting is a criminal act. I will detest any act that is against a peaceful conduct during the protest.
My question is, how do you ensure that we don't go that route? But you answer that question after this commercial break.
There's never a dull moment on this side. Never. Always stay smashing on Smash 88.1 FM. There's never a dull moment on this side. Never. Always stay smashing on Smash 88.1 FM.
Hello, Twe. Hey, you just win 5,000 naira cash. And you wey sit down for corner. 1 month Showmax subscription to watch Premier League. They wait for you. And you for back. No fear. You sef dey inside am. How 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound for your ear? All these things fit happen if you buy no unwrap and win pack. Tear am open. Find cube wey get 6-digit code for wrapper. Send the code go 8011 and follow wetin dem tell you you and you fit win any of these ogbonge prizes. This promo go dey from July go reach December. Terms and conditions dey sha o. Get extra value on top no unwrap and win pack. No, eat for good.
A brighter tomorrow begins with smart choices today. With the Union Correct account from Union Bank, you get to secure your tomorrow and get rewarded while at it. You can start saving with just 5,000 naira monthly and enjoy fantastic interest rates. Yes, you can save as low as 5,000 naira. That's not all. Every 6 months,
detergent, every grain works for you.
Ǹjẹ́ òun wọ́n ọ̀nà láti dáàbòbo àmúlò dátà rẹ? Ìdáàbòbo àmúlò dátà rẹ wà lórí áàpù rẹ. Yọ àwọn áàpù tí ò wúlò mọ́ kúrò lórí fóònù rẹ àti pé púpọ̀ lára àwọn áàpù wọ̀nyí ló ní data safer mode mú àtúnṣe ìgbàlódé bá wọn. O tún lè lọ sórí setting kí o yọ auto update kúrò lójú òpó. Ní ìparí, tí àwọn áàpù tí o kò lò mọ́ kí o lè rí dátà rẹ lò lálòpẹ́. Àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ wọ̀nyí lè ṣe ọ́ ní àǹfààní. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé, kàn sí ìtàkùn ẹ̀rọ léwọ̀ rẹ tàbí ìtàkùn consumer.ncc.gov.ng fún àwọn ọ̀nà tí ó ṣe ọ́ láǹfààní lórí àmúlò dátà rẹ. Gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ wọ̀nyí lónìí kí o lè lo dátà rẹ lálòpẹ́. Ìkéde yìí wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ àwọn aládàáni tí ó gba ìwé ẹ̀rí lẹ́ka ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ àti àjọ tó ń rí sí ètò ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ NCC.
Ẹ kú jókòó ẹ̀yin ènìyàn wa. Bàbá ìdùnnú nígbà gbogbo ní rẹ́rìn-ín músẹ́. Ohun gbogbo tó dáwọ́lé àṣeyọrí tẹ̀lé. Bóyá iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn ni o. Àṣeyọrí. Ìṣòwò àtòhun ìní owó ńkọ́. Àṣeyọrí. Àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ o. Àṣeyọrí. Bàbá ìdùnnú ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ fọ̀nà hàn wá.
Lóòótọ́ ni ìgbésí ayé ti dáa fún mi. Leadway Assurance ní iléeṣẹ́ náà. Fọdún pípẹ́ ni wọ́n ti ń ṣèṣe dúró iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn mi. Ilé ìtajà aṣòwò mi, ilé gbígbé mi, ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ mi àtàwọn ohun ìní mi gbogbo. Nítorí náà nígbàkúgbà tó ń kó wọn bá fẹ́ yíwọ́ wọ́n á ṣàtìlẹ́yìn fún mi láti padà bọ̀ sípò. Nídìí èyí tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ láti dàbí bàbá àdùnnú níbo ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ lọ.
Ẹ pè Leadway lórí àwọn ago ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí 0812-999-7096 tàbí 02-012-800-700 láti gbádùn ààbò lórí ìṣòwò rẹ, iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn àti ilé ìtajà ìṣòwò rẹ gbogbo. Leadway Assurance à ń ṣe àrídájú ìdùnnú láti ọdún 1970.
Guy, let's go and get seats at that table with Semovita.
Sorry, this table is reserved for the bride's family.
Do you know who I am? I'm the older brother of the sister's last uncle who married their first cousin.
everybody wants a seat at the Golden Penny Semovita table. Golden Penny Semovita remains my soup's first choice. It's made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide a wholesome bowl food that pairs well with Nigerian soups. Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
Kí ló ń sún ọpọ́n ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìgbádùn tó ga? Ṣé tí wọ́n bá sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni? Tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì Nàìjíríà, èso kábéèjì, kárọ̀tì, lẹ́tùsì, àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
Ó ní láti jẹ́ méjèèjì. Ṣé jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀fọ́. Ó yá jẹ́ kí ọ̀pọ̀ oúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí. Lónìí, jẹun tó dáa.
Smash 88.1 FM. Feel it. Feel good.
All right, the program is still Smashless on Smash 88.1 FM, and I have in the studio with me the National Vice President of the Committee for Defense of Human Rights, CDHR, Comrade Yinka Folarin. When we went on that commercial break, I still put a call through to the Special Advisor on Media and Strategy to the Ogun State Governor, Mr. Kayode Akimade, who already agreed that was going to be joining us via phone, that he won't be able to make it into the studio. But, you know, that's our job. We have to balance it. I have a CSO person in the studio, and of course we know that we need the side of the government, and that is why I had that pre-discussion with the SA Media, who actually gave me his words that was going to be joining us via phone. And you know, like I said, when we went on that break, I still put a call through. I don't know what is happening. I don't know why he's not been picking up his call. But if he's still able to join us before the end of the program, definitely we are going to be having him to also give us the side of the government. But be that as it may, the studio line is still open. We have 090488881 881 for you to call in to also share your thoughts. And we also have the other line 07069914794. You can also go to our Facebook page to drop your comments on our Facebook page. We do have a message already on our Facebook page, and that message is from Akorede Camille Adebayo, and it's a long one from him. Akorede Camille Adebayo, you didn't tell us where you are writing from, but this is your message. He wrote, when leaders fail to listen to the voice of the people and address their grievances, protests have become a vital tool for holding them accountable. If the government acted in the best interests of the citizens, there will be no reason for protests. Assurances that the pains people are grappling with are mere precursors to future gains of mass agony in the country is only temporary now. Sound in the ears. Okay, I think what he's saying is that assurances that the pains people are grappling with are mere precursors to future gains of mass agony in the country is only temporary now. Sound in our ears like normal rhetoric to Nigerians. Queues have resurfaced in our filling stations. NNPCCL will not come out to tell Nigerians the truth, yet governments don't want protests. Let the beaten child cry, I beg. That is from Akorede Camille Adebayo. You can also go to our Facebook page to also drop your comments for us to get to read it. Comrade Folarin, before we went on that commercial break, my concern and my question is the issue of not letting these peaceful protests to degenerate into crisis, into violence. Looking at the last protest we had, the EndSARS, and looking at what is happening in Kenya, and you are saying that it was usually caused by precursors, by provocateurs, who you refer to as the agent of government. But I was saying that, do you think, and I don't think anybody was provoked during the EndSARS protest for people to have started looting and doing all sorts. So you, as part of the stakeholders, a national leader in the CSO, how do you think these protests will not take us back to the roots of EndSARS?
Well, thank you very much. Like I said earlier, and I'll still reiterate that every planned protest, every planned new protest, pro-people protest, has always been with a guideline, has always been with guidelines and guidance of it being peaceful. But the provocateurs will always find their way to provoke the people. You see, looters are different from.
Is it about anybody provoking somebody?
Yeah,
or people waiting? Some that are waiting to exploit the situation. Some that will pretend as if they also have genuine interest of the protest at heart, but they are using it for something.
Obviously, we cannot dispute that some elements may be somewhere we may be looking for opportunity to exploit. However, don't forget that it is part of the constitutional responsibility of the police and other security agencies to protect even the protesters,
which the IG have said,
to protect the protesters against any form of hijack. So it is when they fail in that responsibility that we see things coming out. It was not EndSARS protest. We've had series of protests. We had the anti-fuel subsidy struggle in 2012, and I will tell you, you could see how government was able to manage that protest how government was able to manage that protest for days.
Unfortunately, some of those that led are in
and some it's not even some of those that majority of those that led that financed that were the pillars of that protest, they are in government today. So they cannot come and criminalize protests.
But let me cut in. I've had a serious debate about that 2012 protest with a lot of people, because I happen to be someone who was on ground as a reporter that covered that protest.
Yes,
it's almost degenerated into anarchy before it was crushed, and I've given different instances, and I've said that because it was degenerating into anarchy, even people as journalists that were covering the protest were even attacked by the protesters. I was attacked.
That
was the time when the guy that was riding the power bike that used to lead the convoy of the then CP Nicholas Nkedeme, the name of that bike rider is Austin Umuevi. He was shot.
During that protest. You said when it was almost degenerating to anarchy. Well, I was the secretary of the Joint Action Committee that organized that protest here in Ogun State. I was the chairman of the CDHR in the state then, and I would say it was even days after. It was not as it was days after that such happened. Now what we are saying is this: the best approach the government can.
So this one I want to have. Are you sure? And days after we will not.
And you will also agree with me that this is going to be an unprecedented one, in the sense that the hardship in the society then was not up to this. Don't you
not think that this particular issue will make people to
no, you cannot, like that man that made comment on the Facebook said, you cannot be beating a child and expect him or her not to cry. The reality of it is that, are there issues or not? Is government addressing those issues or not? Obviously I will tell you there are issues. But you need not to be told that people are dying on daily basis. Their right to life is not protected. Right to enjoy both social, economic, and cultural. Those rights are not go. You are elected senator. You are elected House of Representatives. You don't come back to the people. And if they are shouting at the president, say, we have been doing this, we have been doing that. Go back home, do this, do that. You are not seeing any of them.
And my question is that, with what you said, do you think some of these lawmakers are actually giving back to their constituents the way they are? In Ogun State, we have 3 senators. We have for Ogun Central, Senator Shoaib Salis. We have Otuba Bengadanie for Ogun East. And Ogun Central is Salis. Ogun East, Otuba Bengadanie. Then we have for Ogun West. We have honorables, federal lawmakers. What do you think they've been doing? People are hungry. That
is what I'm saying.
Is it only about the president or the governor? What about this?
You see, that is what
they don't have constituency allowed, and I know they do.
That is what I am saying. When the elected are disconnected from their people, when they feel that they owe them no responsibility, and you expect the people to just keep quiet. The people are saying they are tracking. I said I was speaking in a forum yesterday where one of their aide said, okay, so most of them are first timer. They are this. I said, come. Most of those that we elected to go to the National Assembly, at one time or the other, they have served at their state level. And if you are telling me they are new, why they are coming in? They went through tutelage, they went to retreat and so many other things. Even if you want to say that is not known, are you telling me the millions they are getting is first timing in their pockets? Are they not responsible to do something or the other? Are they supposed to have their constituency office under lock and key, not having any mechanisms to communicate with the people, and you expect the people to keep quiet? It is not going to be possible. We keep getting the news. The federal government has released also trailers of grains. They have done this.
But that is to the state governor.
No, I'm coming. They have done this. They have done that. And at the end of the day, it's not reflecting in the lives of the people. You cannot track. You cannot do this, and you expect the people not to talk. The people will talk. They will engage them. Going back to what I was saying, that are the major achievement I have seen so far about the Tinubu administration, which is the recent breakthrough about local government autonomy. It is now very, very expedient for the people to know that you now have right to take your local government authorities up. The implementation, we are all going to be into it together. It is not about the federal government. Many kudos to the Attorney General of the Federation, who has also been saying, no, you get your allocation and go and release to so where you will know that you don't have immunity. I give kudos to the administration for that progress. But our tolerance as Nigerians, the poverty is on the increase. When people need to know that, with the renewed hope you claim to have brought to Nigeria, when are we going to get out of this poverty? You said we are in the gestation period. Gestation period, we have an end now. When are we getting out of it? Inflation is on the increase. Big businesses are folding up. What are the mechanisms you are giving? It is in as much as it takes two to tango, in as much as it's going to be a provision for whatever output. I would say Nigerians have been providing solution, and part of the ways we can get involved is by keeping them on their toes, asking them questions as regard accountability, letting them feel what we are feeling. You go to our hospitals. How many of the hospitals can you pray to ever visit in the country today? I would say things are getting so worse. So I am not going to be in support of destruction of our property. Whatever protest we are having, it has to be very peaceful. The looters are not expected to be seen as protesters. The protesters are the genuine people who are coming out to express their grievances in line with the provisions of the law. And that's why we're saying those who have been paid to protect us should also be on guard to protect the citizens. And it is not even about identifying who is leading what. Who are the victims? Nigerians are the victims. As we are speaking, I can tell you on a very clear note that expression of such concern has even begun before 1st of August. The victims are Nigerians, and the best way to approach the issue is by communicating what the way out will be, what you are doing. You are elected to solve the problems. And for we as citizens, we have entrusted you with the mandate to allow you to do whatever you want to do to save us. But when it's not going the right way, the responsibility we have is also to put you on your toes. So I know the government have become, don't embark on protests, don't do this, give us time. From the presidency we have been hearing all sorts. It is part of it. But the major issue is that communicate what the progress will be. Part of the progress they want to know, we have across the infrastructure deficit in infrastructure, increase in price of goods and commodities, and so many other issues. Education has become a privilege and not more a right. So but the idea of government or its agents going on to say it is the opposition that are sponsoring it, the protest must not, when you use the word the protest must not, it will be totally out of it.
Even though the studio line is still open, 09048881881, you can also call on 07069 914794. I think it's some part of those in government that are saying it's the opposition. The presidency has never come out to say that. The presidency has been appealing. I mean, the president himself.
Well, the game master himself understands what the game is and the potentials
of
the game.
You understand? So I think that's fair enough. And don't you, two questions I want to ask you now. Don't you think that it's also fair enough for people like you and others that wants to go on the street to protest, peaceful protest anyway, to say, okay, take that another challenge to having protests in Nigeria?
Well, thank you very much. I will quickly make reference to 2017 when we were on the street at Surulere to protest against similar issue, bad governance under Buhari regime. Okay. I would say, in fact, it is all over the places covered by the media. The provocateurs of that protest was the police. They were the one that fired the canister. They fired the canister at us and then started all sort of clamping us down over what we just felt that was totally wrong, that things was going in a wrong dimension, and at the end of the day,
nobody did anything for them to do that.
Nobody. We were just, you can Google it, you can see. I was fired. They fired the canister at us. It was the police that started that. However, I don't want to say that would be enough justification to say that you want to attack the police or whatsoever. But they are expected to protect the protesters as well. And the idea of submit the list of protester or organizer of the protest, I would say, well,
I don't think that is out of place too, because when the likes of the president now was leading, we know them. We know that
you see, I have read also of that. They're saying when the president was leading, we know who were leading. When our own prof was leading, we know those who were leading. But things has gone beyond that. The victims were minimal then. Now Nigerians, many are the victims, and the victims have the right to express their grievances. And you will look at the NSAS protest. In as much as I will condemn the excesses of that protest, that it is uncalled for, killing, looting, all sort of things, they are very condemnable. They don't symbolizes what the protest stood for. However, I also want to say mismanagement of the protest can lead to anything, and that is why government agents and agencies should know that they need to manage it. We are under civil rule, we are not under the military rule, where you can use force to say where you can force people, you can negotiate the people's rights. No, I'm talking about appeals from the president. I want to give it to him that he has been doing that, he has been appealing. But it is not about appeal anymore at this time. It's about reassurance. It's about coming to communicate. These issues we have heard. the NSAS protest had the 5 demands, and they were pushed before the government. These issues we have heard, these are the ways we are addressing the issues. This is what we have addressed. This is what's at
the we need to wrap up. Let's end up with this call quickly. Hello, good morning. Just make it quick.
Yeah, Sanusi, I'll make it very brief. Olushola Johnson on the line. Okay. I want to inform you in Kajisi. Maybe I've been hearing about you. We are good friends on radio. But I'll tell you, Canister is a signal to warn people that look, you are going out of your boundary. It's not an instrument of destruction or killer instrument. Ask any law enforcement agent and will tell you what I've said. When the policeman fire a canister, it means somebody somewhere is trying to go out of the way to protest us.
All right, Mr. Olushola Johnson, thank you so much.
We didn't go out of our way. It was, in fact, the officer that fired it, the CSP, it was right at Surulere. We didn't go out of our way. All we were chanting is we want good governance. Anyway, we want issues to be addressed.
We need to go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for honoring our call for the SA Media to Governor. I don't know what happened. I'll still try to reach him after the program to actually know what went wrong, why he couldn't actually keep up with the promise he made that he was going to be part of the program. Once again, Comrade Folani, thanks for being part of today's program.
You're welcome, Sanusi, and our audience from all over the places.
All right, my name is Sanusi Latif. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for dropping your message on the Facebook page. Let's do it again tomorrow morning. Raf Enisa will be here with another topical issue, probably a continuation of the debates about the forthcoming planned protest. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.